This is TWiT.
Jim, what do you got for us?
Well, now that we're done with Andy's therapy session.
Oh, we're not done. You guys are done. My therapy session continues until the hammer goes down on this.
So mine is always very simple, and I know that the guys are sitting back there waiting to type in the band that I'm going to recommend because Alex, since you haven't been on, I always recommend a band. So this week's band is called Fozzy, F-O-Z-Z-Y, and they have a new song called Judas that is a great song. Now, as the listeners of the show know, I kind of like a hard rock type sound, but it's got to have a great beat. It's got to have, a really good chorus. And that's what this song has.
You are beautiful on the inside. You are innocence personified.
I don't think it's.
And I will drag you down and sell you out. Run away. I am cold like December snow. I have carved out this soul made of stone.
And now there are scary clowns dancing in the background. That is a good sign.
Now, okay, so that's good. It's good. Now, Jim, I have a question. Have you? My daughter, my 8-year-old daughter, is actually into hard rock. So I don't know exactly. She started because she read this book about, it's something like, women that kick butt or something like that we got her, and one of them was Joan Jett. So she started listening to Joan Jett. Then she started to go into all, like, she just went down that path. So she's a bit of a hard rocker. Have you seen Frog Leap Studios? Have you seen any of the stuff that they do?
No.
Can you guys pull up? You just have to show this just for a second. The Toto Africa.
Yeah.
This is so these guys cover generally not hard rock, but in a hard rock way. And it's kind of a thing on YouTube. And I'm just curious what your expert opinion about this, because this is, my daughter is obsessed with, not obsessed, but really into this. So it starts off. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Tonight, but she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in 12:35. The moonlight wings.
It's actually so good that I have a hard time listening to the old one now, which is usually one of my favorite songs. And now I'm like, I listen to this one, and my kids will just crank this up until my wife yells. Yeah, she covers. Someone was talking about it in the chat room. She covers Adele, "Hello." She covers, he covers, and there's like a lot of. This is what he does. Like, he just covers it.
That's awesome.
Anyway.
Yeah, I love it.
Anyway, so. It's the same. It's a really interesting model from a media perspective. So anyway, so going back to, do you have backstory on the band that you?
No, a lot of these bands I just find. I mean, some of them that I've recommended, I've listened to for years, and I recommend those. Fozzy's been around for a long time, and it's one of the ones that I never thought to recommend, but then they just put out that new song Judas, and I thought it was such a great song. And then, when I get the email to come on the show, I think, oh, who have I been listening to a lot lately that I really love? And then, Fozzy was the first one to come up. So, that's how it happens. I hear a song and I think, wow, it's been a long time since I've listened to this, and I jot it out, and then when I come on Mac Break, that's.
Now, do you have a list anywhere? Do you do any kind of playlists or any kind of because I usually am building out my workout tape, which is my workout, Spotify list or whatever. And I'm always trying to add new things. Is there anywhere I can find your suggestions?
So on Apple Music, I'm on as Jay Dalrymple on Apple Music. So I have a playlist on there, and I think it's called Jim's Walk.
Okay, very good.
I like to listen. There's probably a dozen songs on there. So I like to listen to songs. And actually, I added that Fozzy song to that playlist like a week ago. So I like to listen to songs that are just like that are kind of upbeat. That when you walk, you don't want something that's going to slow you down. You want something that's going to keep the pace up. So that Jim's Walk playlist are some of my favorite songs to put in my AirPods and just go.